with me today. To my right is Alex. How you doing, Mr. ALEX?
I'm good. How are you?
And I am doing okay. And with me also is Garrett. How you doing, Garrett?
Doing all right.
Garrett is Garrett. I hear you're in line for Marvel Legacy right now. You're outside, braving the weather.
Not anywhere close.
You can't.
If there was a line for getting shitty coffee rather than standing in line for Marvel Legacy, I'd be in that line.
First off, this is you're supposed to be played up where people don't know you're on the line. Add some excitement to this thing. And also, second off, I thought you were the most excited for Legacy. We'll talk about it later. But let's first start with Dark Horse Comics. Nothing really, but the book actually I was thinking about getting, but I see now that it's a mini 8 is Rebels: These Three Independent States, number 7 of 8. Good thing I didn't, because remember last or a couple weeks ago, I picked up 2 books and I said I'm gonna practice what we preach, and I'm just gonna jump into a couple series. This was gonna be one of them with issue 6. Didn't realize it was a mini with only 8 books, so I would have been getting the last 2. So I didn't do that. But I mean, it looks good. And I actually probably will read that when it's all together. That's Brian Wood. He's a good writer. I like him. DC Comics, let's get into it. Action Comics 988. This is the Oz Effect. This is part 2 of the spoilers. If you haven't heard about it, Jor-El came back from the dead, and he is Mr. Oz, according to the first issue. Who knows? But Garrett, what do you think?
I'm excited to see where it goes. I read a preview for this issue, and it's trying to point to the fact that it really is Jor-El. So I don't know. I think that's kind of lame, and it depends on how this arc ends up after all, because they got to do a lot of groundwork to basically be like, 75 years to 80 years of this guy and not having a father. But guess what? Here he is, 79 years in. So I don't know. I like that they're going to go back and kind of tell the story, which will be interesting because I like being on Krypton and seeing how things lead to where it is now. But he has some splaining to do, basically.
That Nick Bradshaw cover is pretty good. Actually, the variant by Haneen Mikkel actually doesn't look that great, actually, when we usually are a fan of him. Or I'm usually a fan of him. I don't really think it's that great.
It looks awful.
Alex, what do you think? Action Comics, we know Garrett's like 100% invested in Action Comics, but is this Oz Effect enough for you? Like, are you interested in it, issue 2?
I want to. How long is this arc even?
15 issues. Just kidding. I don't know.
Geez.
It's for like 3 or 4.
I just thought if it's going to be like a 2-issue thing, I'm like, okay, I want to finish it out, but I know last week or at least 2 weeks ago on the show we talked about we don't think Jor-El is going to be the actual reveal. I don't know. I could give 2 shits at Superman's dad. Big whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, I got to see how it plays out.
At least until just doing some quick research, at least 990, it's Oz Effect Part 4. It doesn't say the last part, so it's probably 5 or 6 issues long. I'm guessing.
I think if the arc is actually 6 issues long and it's told well, I'm going to enjoy it. As of right now, I could take it or leave it.
Well, it was just like a pilot to a TV show. They put so much anticipation to who the reveal is that when you get there, you're just like, okay, how the fuck do we get to this? So explain it.
Speaking of something Alex likes a lot, Batman Beyond number 12, written by Steve Orlando. No art by
Batgirl.
Oh, I thought you didn't get Batgirl anymore.
Me and Alex both do.
Oh, you do? Since when? Yeah. You guys never talk about it on the show.
Oh, we never talk about it, but we both get it.
Oh, really? I always skip it on the forecast because you guys never talk about it.
Okay. I'm not caught up on it, so I didn't have anything to say about it.
Batgirl issue 15. This is Hope Larson, Chris, Wild Goose, Dan Morrow on the cover. Summer of Lies, part 2. This is Batwing. Batgirl and Nightwing. I guess that's what they're called together. So how's it been then, Batgirl?
I like the first part of this Nightwing Barbara story. It's pretty cool. It's kind of like flashbacks / where they're at now / more flashbacks. It's just fun examining their relationship together.
Alex, how far back are you?
I'm just one behind.
And
so
how
I'm
do you
on
like
issue
it?
14.
You like it?
And so far up to 14, I've enjoyed this book.
No,
it's got that kind of Veronica Mars feel to it. I forget how good of a detective she can be and just how logical she is.
This may be the surprise of 2017. I thought we all did a max exodus when Albuquerque left. It's just me. I left and you guys made me think that you guys came with me, but I turned around. You guys were still back there.
No, we let you go. We locked that door when you left. So,
Batman Beyond number 12. We just talked about a second ago. Steve Orlando, Sayaum, no Bernard Chang on the art, but he did the cover here. Special issue by guest team of writers. Garrett, how's Batman Beyond been going?
Batman Beyond has been so amazing as a series. This worries the shit out of me, this little one-shot issue, especially when it's not by the creative team that's been on it the whole time. So I'm getting like Trinity fatigue off of it, but we'll see. It could be a great issue, but I'm not going to put all my trust into it until I actually read it. So, Batman,
the Murder Machine, number 1. This is Dark Knight's tie-in, Metal. Frank Terry, Ricardo Federici, Fabak on the cover. That's where he's been. So this is Batman combined with Cyborg, I'm assuming, right? He's in the machines.
I don't know if I saw that. I read the preview. I didn't think Cyborg. I guess it could be.
Oh yeah,
it looks like Batman got mixed up with his Batmobile.
No, if you look on top, that's just his vehicle. If you look on top, that's him.
Oh, it is.
That's Cyborg.
That is the Cyborg symbol.
Yeah. So, you guys looking forward to Batman the Murder Machine? Actually, let me start with this. I'm actually not going to get this because it really doesn't interest me at all. But are you guys going to get it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What is it about? Are you just getting all of the tie-ins, or is it something about this one that specifically you're interested in?
I'm going to get all the tie-ins. I like the idea that they're going off different multiverses and making them Batman or like evil Batman. So it's like, out of the 52 known universes, we're going to find out some of them that are actually their Batmans get corrupted to be in this event. So I'm excited for that. I think it ties hugely into multiversity, so that's awesome.
I think for me, it's just I like this last issue. Was it Red Death? I thought it was amazing. I love that issue. Of just seeing this, and normally I like my Batman to be a no killer, good guy, but it's kind of fun to see what Batman could be like if he was mixed with his other team members and just was this murderous bastard of a man.
Batman the Shadow number 6. This is Scott Snyder, Steve Orlando, Riley Rossmo on the art. This is the final issue of this miniseries. There is also going to be a sequel, but this is the last one of this. How's the Batman the Shadow been going?
It has been so good. I love this series. I think it's... And again, this is the last issue, so let's see if Scott Snyder can pull it off, but I've enjoyed the first 5 issues.
I agree with you to an extent, Garrett, that my concern is this last issue. The art, I think, is amazing. I love Rossmo art, but I really could give... I don't know. This book I thought would be balls to the wall, 10 out of 10 every time. I'm kind of like a 7 to 8 average. So 7.5 for this book.
So it's just been okay for you?
To me, it's just been okay. And part of it is that I don't know who the Shadow is, and I really don't care about the Shadow.
Let me ask you, right now, before you read the final issue, are you picking up the sequel series?
No.
Garrett?
It depends on who the artist is. I don't think it's Rossmo. So
no, it's not. It's someone. They announced it, but I forget who it was.
I gotta remember what the concept of the sequel series is, because then I might. Because I think this first volume has been incredible.
This takes place in Gotham, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The sequel takes place in the Shadows universe. It's the opposite. Detective Comics 965, A Lonely Place of Living, Part 1. This is the story you've demanded. Where in the world is Tim Drake? This is the return of Tim Drake and also Mr. Oz. So if you're getting Action Comics and this, double the Oz this week. Detective Comics has been surprisingly... Oh, Eddie Burroughs, he's back, baby. James Tinney in the 4th. Here we go. This is what he's been working on. This. I guess we've been hearing about this arc for a while. They've been building to it ever since Tim R.I.P., but not really. He's been hidden away by Mr. Oz now. Here he comes back, and how does he cope with it? How does Batman cope with it? This is going to be a great issue, I'm assuming. Garrett, you've been pumped for this thing for like 3 months.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I think it's going to be like the last couple of arcs of Detective have been great, but I think like it works best when it's on its like main story, which is like where's Tim or like Tim's dead. Now it's Tim's back, and it's the ramifications of Tim being back, how it affects the team. So, and especially with Eddie Barrows coming back on art, it'll be so good. And I love that variant cover with the rings, basically from Krypton. So it's like kind of confirming that Jor-El is Mr. Oz.
Raphael Albuquerque's been doing those variants and actually have a few of them. That one actually looks pretty nice. I might get that one. Alex, you detective, how you feeling?
I'm 2 behind.
Oh yeah?
I haven't finished the Anarchy arc yet, so I'm excited for this issue, but I don't know. I'm excited for Tim to come back. I'm just hoping that it's handled well. Like when he left, that was one of the best issues I've read in Detective. I'm just hoping that this book, when they bring him back, can do justice for him.
Yeah,
I see what you did there.
It was a very emotional exit, so the entrance back, like his return, has to also be like it has to match that caliber. We can't just have it be like, oh, he's back. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. You're right. Handle with delicate hands. Flash 31. It's Joshua Williamson, Neil Googe on the art. Bloodwork. It says part 2, but I know it's not. It's like 3, right? Or was that first part not considered Bloodwork? Whatever it is, we're 3.
I think the last one was Bloodwork. I think this is 2.
Oh, it is, okay. So the first one was just like
I think Negativity was 2, and so is Bloodwork.
So he's still Negative Flash?
Oh yeah, definitely.
It says the beginning of an unforgettable new chapter in Barry Allen's life. So this is the penultimate act of this. So this is the second to last issue of this arc. So hopefully, I mean, that's the thing. Flash on and off has been great. So I guess it depends how this ends and move on to the next thing. Like we talked about, it's not that it's bad. It's just that it's so predictable. The story.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I know what's going to happen. Maybe we're not. Maybe I'll get surprised. If it does surprise me, I will let you know. I'm willing to let it surprise me.
Yeah, I have enough faith that, the arc could change, but so far I've been confirmed that it's just predictable, that it's like, okay, he has internal demons. He's going to figure it out. Ditch the negative, Speed Force, be back to Barry Allen, then we get to the next shit. So,
Hal Jordan in the Green Lantern Corps, 29. Robert Vanetti, Raphael Sandoval. Fall of the Gods Part 4. This has been what's that noise? Is this an airplane flying over?
Jeez.
Yeah, there's a helicopter going over.
Oh, really? Well, I'll hear in a second then. Me and Alex lived. No, we don't live together. Fall of the Gods Part 4. This has been a really fun arc. Actually, my most what's the word? The biggest surprise from this has been Raphael Sandoval. This art's been amazing the last 3 issues. And I'm looking forward to this one. I'm really looking forward to him continuing on this book. And I prefer him. He's been great on and off when he's been doing these issues. But I think these specific ones, I'm like, this is my Green Lantern guy now for this book. I really actually prefer him over Ethan Van Sciver, who's like the main artist in this book. I'm not sure what do you think about this arc?
It's been good. Absolutely. It's fun incorporating the new gods into the Green Lantern universe, so it's fun.
I would still hold Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps as probably my number 1 DC book.
That last, was it 2 issues ago? Me and Alex at least thought it was a 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been great. This issue, even in this issue, which is not contributing really that much to the main overall arcing story, is still like enough of character building for. It's Kyle and Hal that are on this journey. That it's really fun and we like it. It's good. Hal Jordan, Justice League of America, number 15. Steve Orlando, Felipe Wanabe. Crisis in the Microverse Part 4. Look who's back, baby. Ray Palmer. Garrett. This is look at Witness the Untold Chapter in the DC Universe Rebirth mythology. This is going to add to that mythology we saw in that Rebirth. Are you excited?
I'm 2 behind, but it's nice to see Ray Palmer's in there. Leading up to I'm on issue 14 I have to read still, but at the end of issue 13 I was like kind of bored. So worried that it's not going to be everything I thought it was leading up to, and then I might end up dropping it, but I'm hopeful those 2 issues will turn my thoughts on that around.
Justice League Power Rangers 6 of 6, it's finally ending. The book where they at one point said they were going to put on hold indefinitely. Tom Taylor, Stephen Byrne, Power Rangers and reclaim their power coins and control the Zords. How's Justice League Power Rangers been going?
Good.
Really good. Alex, you even told me last issue that you freaking loved it on our messenger. Yes, you did. I remember.
You sure it wasn't the Go-Go Power Rangers? Because 5 was meh.
You read 4 and 5 back to back of Justice League Power Rangers, and you're like, "This is actually a really damn good book."
Yeah, I don't think you have to find that and prove it to me.
I'm not gonna, Marvin. You find it. I know you're good at that shit. I can't find it.
Oh, but, so you have no proof? Okay.
I don't have proof.
Because that didn't sound like me. Because I remember 5, and I was like, "Really? This is."
Here's the thing. I was gonna add this, but this is so take it with a grain of salt because obviously. I mean, my mind's like a steel trap. We know that. I was going to say, I do kind of remember that, Alex, that you said that. But, I mean, we can look at it.
You find that shit and show me so I can be reminded, because I don't remember saying, oh, yeah, that was some good stuff.
Alex, we know
when a book is good or bad.
We know your steel trap's getting a little rusty. You don't know. Maybe you were so blown away by it, but it went out of your head in 2 seconds.
But anyways, John Byrne on art. Amazing. I know he did a huge run of Superman.
Yeah.
In the early, not too terribly long ago, but a couple of years ago. And I wish he would come back to more mainstream comics because his art is really pristine.
Power Rangers Justice League, that's not mainstream? Seems mainstream. You mean in the main continuity?
Yeah, that's what I meant. It's on a book where he's more because John Byrne, this is just 6 issues out of the year, not every other week or anything like that.
Commandy Challenge number 9. Tom King, Kevin Eastman, Freddie Williams. After the epic battle, which I didn't skip the last one, so I'm not sure. The epic battle among the animals of the last issue. Eisner Award nominated writer Tom King and legendary artist Kevin Eastman making his DC interior art debut. His first DC book that he didn't just do the cover. Weaves a suspenseful tale of Commandy lost at sea, imprisoned among Mirage. How do you say that? Commandy devises a plan to escape. Will they ever see land again, or are they trapped in the vile vortex forever?
Menagerie.
Okay. How was Commandy? First off, are you looking forward to? I mean, we know we got a A+ caliber team, but is the kind of falling off the cliff? Let's say that's our go-to on this thing because it's been their go-to.
Wasn't the last issue where he's going to go fight that dragon or that Hydra or that water monster?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's basically about to fall into the water.
Okay, yeah. I was I don't remember what this big battle was that happened.
This is 9 of 12. Are you excited going into 9 of 12, or are you just waiting for this thing to be over?
I'm excited for this issue, personally. I like Tom King and Kevin Eastman, one of the creators of Turtles. I'm excited for it.
Kevin Eastman's your god, basically, in comics.
So, I mean, this is the issue that I've had to wait 9 issues to get to for me to be super excited for this book.
Basically, this should be the issue that gives me enough flame into the end of the series. I will, I already know that I'll get issue 10 based off how good this issue's probably going to be. But if issue 10 doesn't pull it off, it's going to be so hard for me to stick that landing into 12.
That's what I was going to say.
I'm getting sick of this story.
When Alex said that this is his issue, he's been waiting for this issue. If this doesn't knock it out of the park, Alex, it's this whole thing is not really going to work.
Well, I mean, yeah. If I'm not excited, like Garrett said, if this doesn't pull me through to 10, I'm just going to be done with this because that's just going to be a waste of $16 more or $12 more.
I mean, me too. Tom King and Kevin Eastman are the reason I got this. I saw they were announced. They didn't at first when they announced all the teams. They didn't say what issues they were doing. So I was like, Tom King and Kevin Eastman. All right, I'm going to get this thing. And I saw all the people I liked along the way: Margaret Bennett, some other people, Bill Willingham, stuff like that. But this was the one who was like, yes, I want this issue. And then they announced it was issue 9. And I was like, well, it should be fun getting there. But it's been, like you said, it depends. There were like, what, two or three really good issues. But out of 9, it's not enough.
Yeah. I was like, when 1/3 of the book is good, that's disappointing.
Mother Panic, number 11. This is Jody Hauser, Jim Kruger, Sean Crystal on art with Phil Hester. How's Mother Panic been going?
I still love this book. Like, it doesn't have Tommy Lee Edwards art anymore, but I still think it picks up without skipping a beat. The main stories is consistent from issue 1 all the way through, and I don't know. It's just there's something about Mother Panic that's like just so badass. I don't know. Like, she has these huge, the fucking mittens look like Hellboy's mittens, except it's white, and she beats the shit out of people. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting my fix of vigilante, like, fuck you, because it's fucking, it's just badass. That's all I can say.
Alex, you like it?
Robert, are you still getting it?
No, I dropped it a while back.
Oh. Not you, Garrett. I know you're getting it.
Fuck you, Alex. Fuck you.
I think at 7 or something I dropped it. But it was one of those drops, which, I mean, it's the Marvin Classic, that I was just so far behind. I was like, I don't know if I would even like this still. Like, I would have to catch up. So, like, this one, like, it was in that period where I dropped this, Descender, and then Aquaman, but then I picked up Aquaman again because of that art. But
are you not getting Descender anymore? I thought you had decided to get it back into it.
No, I haven't got it for the last couple issues.
Oh, okay.
Alex, you liking Mother Panic?
I don't get it.
Oh, you don't? I thought you did.
I dropped it at 6.
Oh, okay. So we dropped it on the same time. Nightwing, the New Order, number 2. This is Kyle Higgins, Trevor McCarthy on art. Garrett, how's the Nightwing New Order been going?
I haven't read issue 1 yet. It's literally the next. It's the next issue on my stack. So I haven't read it yet, but it looks good. So that's all I can really say.
All right. Well, I guess we'll move on.
I didn't get issue 1. I thought about it. And I was like, no, I don't need it. So
let me ask you guys.
I love that it's the Gates of Gotham team, though. Like that, like one of the writers, anyways, but the artist from Gates of Gotham. Like, I'm pumped.
Garrett, let me ask if you're pumped for this, because I know you said you're getting these metal tie-ins. Suicide Squad number 26 is a tie-in. Are you going to get it?
No, I'm more getting like the Batman tie-ins, like but it's the actual
Gotham Resistance Part 3. You got the first 2.
See, that's my thing. I think I'm going to get the Suicide Squad.
It's Rob
maybe
Williams.
I'll have to get it now.
Rob Williams on art.
Part 3.
Hey, look who's on the art. Sidejack from Aquaman. There you go. Rob Williams writing it. So at least it'll look nice. And that'll be the very least.
Oh, fuck, I have to get it. So, shit.
They rope you in. Wonder Woman number 31. This is the first issue from James Robinson. Carlos. I'm sorry, Carlos. How do you say that last name? Or Carlo, not even Carlos. Brian Hitch cover. Hey, he has time for covers. He's writing Justice League. Children of Gods, Part 1. Spinning out of the pages of DC Universe Rebirth and Justice League Darkseid War. James Robinson comes on board to answer one of the biggest questions of the year. Who is Wonder Woman's brother? Now, I'm not sure if you two know, but there's been some controversy about this story online. People are wondering why a book about Wonder Woman, all of a sudden they have to bring in her brother. You know what? It's Azarella's run had a lot to do about her family, her god family. If that's what this is going to be, I'm cool. But I mean, James Robinson for me has always been hit or miss, and I hope this is a hit. I really want Wonder Woman to be a great book. It's been off and on a good book. I'm hoping. What about you guys?
I think if, like you said, Marvin, if it hints on the mythological brother being Hercules or Perseus or one of those other demigods, aces, I'm totally in with it. If they're going to make some other John Blow be a brother, I'm not going to be impressed.
Yeah, just some random person just to have a brother. You know what I mean? You're right. If it has to do with that mythology, that stuff that's been setting in for a while, that's been building up, then I'm good with that too.
I kind of, for me, like, if this is a new arc with a new creative team, I want to see the fucking artist doing the cover, not Brian Hitch, because I see Brian Hitch's Wonder Woman, I'm like, I don't know if I want to get this. Like,
I know it doesn't look good
at all. So I'm hoping I'm going to look at the internal art. Like, I plan on getting it, but I'm gonna take a peek-see and see if it's up to code.
Take a peek.
I have to admit, I don't care what the art looks like for the most part. It's Wonder Woman. I'm gonna get it, but I'll get the first issue regardless of what the art looks like. But we'll see if I get 32.
Yeah.
IDW Publishing. You know what I noticed? I was about to introduce TMNT, and I noticed I saw Saucer State number 4 of 6, and I opened it up. It's Paul Cornell, Ryan Kelly. This is a sequel to Saucer Country. I didn't know I got Saucer Country a long time ago, 2007, 2008. I didn't know they were doing another one. That's surprising. I was wondering where Paul Cornell went. TMNT, ongoing, number 784. Tom Waltz, Kevin Eastman. There's Kevin Eastman. Corey Smith on art. The Trial of Krang Part 2. Alex, how's TMNT going?
Well, in the last issue of the ongoing, the Turtles get sent on their mission to go through Dimension X to go find all the witnesses. So we read Dimension X in August. And you know what? It has the option to be really good or it could be really shitty. Because I'm not a Krang fan. At least lately, it's not been anything worthwhile.
You know what's sad is they had to make a whole side series for the Turtles to actually do shit in their own book.
Every single time. Once again, for like the 15th time, you guys just need to sit down, hash this out, get it over with so it doesn't come up every single forecast.
Hey, don't hate me, hate the Turtles because they're not in their own book.
Guest also won. He reads this also. He's been liking it though, hasn't he? I think last time I talked to him, he said he was liking it. We'll see.
I think he likes it.
He says it hasn't been as great as it was.
We need to bring him on, you on, and Alex on, and we got to talk TMNT. That's what we got to do. So get that act together. Image Comics. Here we go. Black Magic number 8. This is Greg Rucka. Nicola Scott. Awakenings Part 2. I believe, if my memory's correct, that issue 7 was pretty great. Issue 8 shouldn't be any different. I don't think. Greg Ruck, Nicola Scott, amazing team. Alex, what do you think?
I love those books so much. I read 7 just a couple weeks ago. I don't remember what all really happened other than Alex, the other witch, is talking to Detective Black. And I don't know what there's a random guy who's speaking German. I don't know if he's a witch hunter or what he is.
He, at the beginning...
focused a lot on him in issue 7.
I believe he is a witch hunter. Because at the beginning, he is he burying or is he unburying something? I forgot. But he's... while he's doing it, he's saying the Lord's Prayer in German. He's doing it... Well, so I assume that he's a man of religion, that he's against the witches, so... That's what I took away from that. But I mean, the last issue, wasn't that one a flashback? Or was that 6?
6 was the flashback.
Okay, yeah. 6 and 7 been great. I really look forward to I'm glad this book's back.
Yep, me too.
Black Monday Murders, number 7. This is Jonathan Hickman. Tom Coker, The Scales. Accounts are balanced and old grudges are settled. Revenge is the order of the day. Love this book so much. Are you guys looking forward to issue 7?
Holy fuck yes. Already my pick of the week. Like, I know it is. I just know.
I've got one other book that beats this book this week for my preemptive pick of the week.
Southern bullshitters.
Go fuck yourself.
Every night.
The thing about Black Monday...
I know that.
listen to the actual show for the review, because Black Monday Murders is something that would take in depth for us talking about it. So on the forecast, can't really get into it, but it really is like a deep book that if you want a book that has is worth $3.99, Black Monday Murders is your ticket. Crosswinds 4. Gail Simone, Cat Stags. Garrett said he's been living Crosswind. Is that correct?
Yes, I love this book. It's so much fun. Cat Stags as an artist. Such great art. I think it complements the story really well, with how bloody things get, or it's just very smooth throughout, and the writing, obviously it's Gail Simone, so she knows what she's doing, but wow, the story is good.
Alex, you've been getting Crosswind too, right?
Yep, I'm behind by 1, but 2 was so good. Oh man, Gail Simone knows how to write.
You're gonna love 3. 3 was
better than 2.
It was awesome. I think so. It's like 2's the fallout of issue 1, but 3 is like they're like both starting to figure out like, okay, this is our fucking situation. Let's just run with it right now, and it's so good.
Lazarus X plus 66, number 3 of 6. This is Greg Rucka, Aaron Duran, Justin Greenwood, the artist of Stumptown, which was also a Greg Rucka book, actually, that I used to get. Loved his art. So here we go. This is the third mini, or the third part of the mini that's been between the gap of Lazarus, telling these one-shot stories about these other characters. The first 2, I mean, number 1 was great. Number 2 was really good. I would imagine this is going to keep up the streak being a really good book. What do you think, Alex?
Oh, I think so. There's too many good things to say about this whole book. Just the idea of getting back information towards the already ongoing story, giving you some more knowledge that you want to have about all these other characters that aren't always the ones in the forefront. So I'm excited for it.
Garrett, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, Marvin. First issue was amazing. Second one was pretty good. This third one, I think it has potential to be another great issue. These characters, though, I wasn't like super jonesed about while reading the main Lazarus book. So we'll see if this will turn my Jones around to digging these characters a little bit more. So, but I'm definitely excited for it.
You know, something I like about these minis is, because I really like those source books and also like his backup material. Not backup, what do you call that? Back matter in the regular issues.
Mm.
And mainly because it's like you can tell how much research Greg Rucka has done. And these prove to me also, he's also done research, but he's also fleshed out this world so much that we can have these side stories and there's a lot there. It's not just like telling a story to tell a story. It's like, no, this is an important part of this world you're like getting a view into. And so like, I mean, we saw that they announced what the last issue was going to be about. And so like, which is like really important to the story. So if you do get Lazarus and you're missing out on this, like that's a mistake. Go back and get those 3 issues. I think it's a mini, but I think it's really essential to like what this story is going to be about.
Agreed.
Let's see what else we got here. We don't get this, but actually I like to mention it because every time it comes up, this is something I want to look into getting because I really want a fantasy book. What happened to Tooth and Claw, Alex? It's gone.
I don't know where it went.
Okay.
I knew it was supposed to be on a break, but I thought by now it would have shown back up.
Okay. Well, if you're looking for a fantasy book, Rat Queens, I've heard is really great. There's a special out this week, special Orc Dave #1. So go ahead and get that one shot if you're looking for a fantasy book. Here we go. Saga number 47. One of my favorite books. This is Brian K. Vaughan, Fiona Staples. That last issue was, I mean, that's this last like 10, let's say 10 issues. Amazing. Best. Like it's top 5 material, of course. Alex, you just recently caught up a Saga, didn't you?
Yes.
How much are you looking forward to this issue?
Oh, you know what? After you and I talked about issue 46 on the show a couple weeks ago, and you had told me or explained it better to me what had happened in the book, it was so well told. I'm so excited for issue 47. This is probably one of my favorite series of all time.
Saga does a great thing about having really small in terms of like not action packed emotional issues, which what the last one was, and then we get some crazy like out of this world action and also like comedy and like just a different like the side of the world that's really creative, and I think that's what this issue is going to be about. And both sides work. It's not like an emotion issue works more than the other side. They both work, and it fleshes out this world that's like crazy, but yet so grounded in how these characters act and feel that like I'm emotionally invested in the story about like some strange fucking characters. You know what I mean? It's like some guy with a TV head, and my favorite RIP spoilers a couple issues ago. My what was he, like an otter or what was he? The little guy.
Oh, shit.
Curdy.
He looked like a meerkat.
Meerkat, that's what he is. Yeah, he was a meerkat. But even it's like, oh, if you would have told me, hey, There's going to be a book that has a meerkat and also like the walrus and the seal that were way back in the story. Like they're going to be in this book, and I would be like, okay, well, they're going to be like fun side characters. But no, you really invest in like every single person that's in this book. It's great. I love it. Southern Bastards number 18. Alex alluded to this earlier. Just as Jason Aaron. Jason Latour. Oh yeah, Jason Latour in art, but also Chris Brunner, a new person. I think I've never seen his name on this book before. Who knows? Actually, you know what? Jason Aaron might not be writing this issue. He's not on the cover, but he's on the solicit. I'm not sure. Gut Check Part 4. Roberta Tubbs' entire life has prepared her for this moment, but how far is she willing to go to avenge her daddy? Oh, you're right, Alex. This might be pick of the week material. She's there. She's got a AK-47. Is that AK-47?
Looks like it, yeah.
She's ready to get some revenge.
Fiona Staples is doing that variant cover.
Oh, for Southern Bastards.
I like both covers, but I would definitely go for that Latour cover.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, both of them are great. This has been a really, like, I just did that thing about Saga. This is like the total opposite. This is 100% grounded in like really deep South with some really rough, like real characters. And like, even though like ever since what it was issue 4, Alex, were Tubbs.
Yeah.
Ever since issue 4, like you were on the edge of your seat and you're scared for everybody involved in this book because they basically told you straight out the gate, nobody's a hero in this story and everybody is expendable. Like this is a really like scary and yet it's fun in some way. It's fun to see evil people be evil, but also scary because it's like it doesn't seem that far off from real life.
But you know, when I read Boss, I see Boss as like a Dr. Doom, where Boss doesn't think he's the bad guy. He's just a guy doing what he has to do.
You're right.
And I think that's what makes it even more scary, is just that it's a human doing the stuff. That he's doing it because he thinks he's right.
You're right. I mean, he doesn't see himself as a bad guy. In that other issue, he was like, I don't cheat at football. And the dude fucking kills people. But yet he has some sort of moral standing on like, I'm not going to cheat in football. And then he cheats on football because like he's pushed the edge. And basically he's losing himself one by one. And like you said, like he thinks he's doing the right thing for this town. And yeah, you're right. It's like, it's a very good examination of like what makes people bad, what makes people do bad things, and how do good people survive in a world like that. Because we have this sheriff, we have Roberta, things like that about.
And if our listeners are like me, they're looking for stakes. And this book, like I said, issue 4 has stakes.
Yeah, this is one of those books that I don't hear many people talking about, and people should be talking about this book, especially if you love Jason Aaron. This is his best book.
I love this book.
Marvel Comics. Hey, Marvel Comics.
Whoa, what about Spawn?
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Don't give a shit about Spawn.
Jesus.
For some reason, I saw Alexander, and I was like, what's Alexander? I don't know what that is. Spawn. This is Spawn number 278, right?
Yep.
270. Oh, yeah, here we go. 278, Jason Sean Alexander, Daraj Savage, Dark Horror, Part 3. Garrett, how's your Spawn been going?
Spawn's been actually really good. It's taking place in somewhere, I can't remember, it's either China or Tokyo, which is totally racist on my end, but
Tokyo,
I think it's Tokyo, yeah.
It says in Tokyo,
yeah. But the artist on this, which is Alexander, is very spooky and makes the rest of the story very eerie in nature. I mean, we're not really dealing with like the A story in Spawn. This is more like B story. But it's still fun to see how Spawn handles like the monster of the week, basically, rather than focusing on all the shit that's falling down all around him. So,
you know, I got the word that Wednesday Comics might be dressing up for their Halloween episode. What's the chances you come dressed as Spawn?
0 out of a billion.
Actually, let me ask you a question about Spawn, because you're the only person who reads this, so it never comes up on the show. This is the only time it ever comes up is on the forecast. Are you looking forward to that Todd McFarlane directed Spawn movie? Like, he's directing it, he said.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to it because, like, he used to do the animated, like, he directed the animated series that didn't last long. but that was really freaking great. You know, it's like they premiered it on HBO, so it didn't really get any traction. So I definitely, I mean, he's the original creator of Spawn, so if anyone could handle it the best, hopefully it would be him. If he can't do it, then no one else can do that great a job. So,
it's just scary when the first director comes on board. That's not used to that kind of medium. Like Frank Miller did The Spirit and to disastrous results, but
that's true.
I mean, it could be good. You're right. He knows his material, or it could be bad. Who knows?
Well, it has to be better than the Spawn movie that came out before,
you don't like John Leguizamo?
No.
Marvel Comics, here we go. Marvel Comics, welcome back. Let's see if we're getting anything from you this week. We are. It is called... where is it? Infamous Iron Man number 12. Gotta go far down on the
list. What about Marvel Legacy?
Oh, which one? Captain
that's
America?
After. Sorry.
Legacy. Yeah, that's afterwards. Hold on a second. You really are excited for Legacy. You're jumping the gun here. You are in that line. Don't lie to us.
I forgot this fucking thing's on alphabetical order.
Infamous Iron Man number 12. This is Brian Michael Bendis. Alex Maleev. The epic climax to one of the year's most critical acclaimed stories of the year. Hey, it is the last issue. Don't miss this very special issue, as its events will have massive repercussions for the rest of the Marvel universe. This is the last issue. Marvel likes these stealth miniseries. They don't tell you that's a miniseries until it's the last issue, and they're like, last issue. But, I mean, we've liked 1 through 10. 11, we thought, kind of jumped the shark. So, is 12 going to be enough to stick the landing, or do you think it's going to be shameful, ending to the story that we really love the first 10 issues of?
My guess is that it's going to take a giant shit.
I agree. There's no way the reveal at the end of 11 you can accomplish the fallout in one issue. There's no fucking way.
Let me throw this your way. What if he actually isn't Mephisto and he is a Skrull, and he pretended he was a Mephisto? Does that win for you, Alex?
If he's a Skrull in disguise, holy shit, my mind will be blown, and I'll give it an A++. I'm guessing it's not going to be.
Why would that give you an A++ if it's a fucking Skrull?
That's what Alex wanted. He said.
I love Super Skrull.
Bring
that shit back.
I want the maker. I mean, yeah, I mean, it still might be a good ending, but it didn't reach the potentials it could have, at least in my mind. Marvel, go ahead. Were you going to say something else?
Well, the only thing, I imagine the end of it's going to be Dr. Doom decides to be Dr. Doom instead of being Iron Man.
You know, the way they were setting the series up, it seemed like Ultimate Reed Richards was going to be the villain in this story.
That's what I mean.
Not fucking Mephisto. That's what's bullshit. It's like, there's no way. That's like one of those whodunits, and they throw in, the 4-year-old girl did it. Because, they're like, you didn't see that coming.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, hey, Mephisto is a nice twist. But it's like, well, the twist is not earned. You having the maker in it was earned. I don't need a twist and everything.
Right.
This is just Secret Empire again, where the obvious fight should have happened, didn't happen, and now I'm still pissed about it. So,
speaking of being pissed, $6 Marvel Legacy number 1, $5.99. Here we go. This is Jason Aaron, Asad Rubik, Russell Dodderman, Chris Samney, Alec Maleev, Stuart Inneman, Pepe Lorez, Jim Chang, Daniel Acuna, Greg Land, Ed McGinnis, Steve McNiven, covered by Joe Quesada. Everything starts here. How much, on a scale from 1 to 10, does this book excite you? 1. And how much do you expect this book just to be previews for the upcoming new initiative? Garrett, you first.
So 1 being not excited, 10 being super excited?
Yes.
4.
What about how much you think? Is this actually going to be a legit full story of worth $6, or is it going to be all previews?
No, because it's bullshit. I mean, the whole internet's exploding about it. They're just going to be setting up that weekly event series. So, which they said they were going to have an event in 2017. It's like, yeah, your fucking Secret Empire went late, and now we're going to have 3 months without events while there's crossovers going on. It's like, fuck you guys, whatever.
Alex, what would you looking forward to this or not?
Oh, I'm going to give, honestly, for excitement. I'm honestly probably just getting it for the fact that it's got Jason Aaron in it, or on it, and we're going to talk about it on the show.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm going to say preview. I'm guessing 90% of it's going to be previews, maybe 10% of an honest story.
Most definitely, there's going to be like 1 or 2 pages of previews. I mean, I named those artists because they're all artists of upcoming new Marvel books. But actually, the Jason Aaron Excited Rubik part of it, I am like really excited for. But it's like excited for. I'm willing to be like, okay, let's wipe the slate clean. If you can sell me on this, you get this. You're going to have this. If you can't sell me on this, I am going to stick with like the 4 Marvel books that are like the ones I know are guaranteed great. Hawkeye, the new Captain America Mark Waid series, things like that. But if you can't sell me on this, and I can see that this is just a marketing ploy, I think I'm done. Like you can't keep telling me this is going to change everything, and then it doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least fake it for like 2 years. Like DC does that too. I'm not blinded by saying DC changes things. They don't, but at least they let it last for 5 years. Like New 52 is like 5 years. Like at least they let it last for a second. Right.
Well, just think about the quality of this. This is 50 pages. You have like 5 billion different artists on this book. You're charging $6. And like think about the Rebirth special. $2.99, 1 artist the entire issue, 1 writer the entire issue, and it actually mattered to the universe. Like I feel like this is just going to be Secret Wars into Secret Empire / Cloud.
80 pages of brand new story that DC Universe was Rebirth.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. I mean, it's like, I guarantee you said this is 50 pages, it says?
Yeah, 50 pages for $6.
I guarantee you 32 is the Jason Aaron story, and the rest is just previews for what's going to be happening.
Yeah, you're going to bring Vision Boy back, and it'll be like, oh shit, I wonder what this stuff's coming up in 2018 that you can get for $4.99 for the first issue.
We'll see, though. I mean, I'm going to give it, like, I really want Marvel to be great again. So let's, prove to me that you can do it.
Right, like, my expectations are low. Raise them. If you can raise them.
We're reviewing this for the show. So like on that show, if we're all like 10 out of 10, this was amazing. I think Marvel's done its job. But if we get there and it's just another thing for us to complain of Marvel about, then it's like, I think at least for me, for a while, I'm not going to believe it anymore. You know what I mean? I'm not going to give it a chance.
Yeah.
Mighty Thor 23. Jason Aaron. Speaking of, no Russell Donnerman, but this Valeros Skitty. I don't know if you say his last name. Thor versus Thor. Ultimate Thor versus Jane. This is the continuation of the last arc. I believe we were okay with the last one. I liked it. I'm not sure. I forget.
Yeah.
Last one, they were fighting on that fiery realm.
Oh, yeah. I just didn't like the art.
The only complaint we had was there's some weird coloring in it.
Well, we'll see. I guess it's still the same artist, so hopefully it's more clear.
I think it's one of those things that Mighty Thor is one of those books. I'm always open to see what's going to happen. Sometimes it leaves me happy. Sometimes I'm disappointed. So we'll see.
No, the preview looks good with the art. So
yeah, I mean, it looks like it could be good. Does this cover not fucking think that you're seeing an owl on the cover?
Yes. Okay. Every time his beard is there, I think it's an owl.
I'm like looking. I'm like, is that a fucking god owl? Like, I don't get it. But never mind.
Let's see here. Alex, you're still getting Thanos, right? Thanos 11.
Yep, I'm one behind, but I'm still getting it.
How's the book been? Jeff Lemire, Jermaine Peltier?
That issue 7 was amazing. It was a fairly quiet issue. Great. 8, 9, and 10 were pretty good. It's exciting to see Thanos be mortalized to an extent.
So is he still dying?
Oh yeah. But he's going to get his power. I mean, it's one of those things that he's going to get his power back. He's going to go beat the shit out of the Avengers, and they're going to beat the shit out of him. There's no end game for it, but it's still exciting.
Do you think that Inhumans TV show ad's still going to be on the cover of that book?
Of course.
When they release it? I
just wish that they'd put that sound effect for him getting hit with the stick.
That's Marvel Comics. Let's see what else we have here. I know there's something down here that you guys get, right?
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 19. Garrett, how's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers been?
It's been so good. Like, the amount of Power Rangers I get in my life now is a lot more than I was getting like 3 years ago. I don't know. Now, yeah, that's probably true. So, I don't know. I'm happy about it. Go-Go Power Rangers has been good. This book itself is like the main continuity book. And it's just fun seeing the Power Rangers basically at the best point during the Mighty Morphin saga. So, double thumbs up.
XO Man of War number 7. Actually, I'm a couple behind us on this book, but Matt Kent, Clayton Crane, all new arc, all new jumping on point, Emperor Part 1. If you're looking for a sci-fi book, this is my recommendation. And if you want something out of DC Marvel, that kind of thing, Valiant is a good place to jump on. So here you go. XO Man of War Part 7. You can jump on. Part 7. I mean, issue number 7. On that list, Alex, what's the one you're looking forward to the most? I think you kind of tipped your hand earlier, but is it still the one?
You know, I probably would say it's still Southern Bastards. And probably then Dark Magic, or, Dark Magic. I think those are my two most excited books for.
You mean Black Magic?
What did I say?
Dark Magic?
I don't know. It's late. I'm thinking other stuff.
Garrett, what are you looking forward to the most?
100% Black Monday Murders. Black Monday Murders. Yes, here we go. Let's go.
I will agree with that. That is probably mine. If I had to pick another one, I would probably say Saga 47. Piano Staples, Brian K. Vaughan. Been killing it. Last 10 issues. Black Monday Murders also, though, like you said, Jonathan Hickman. Been amazing. Although this is going to be a great week of books. Like, this is nice. Lazarus, Southern Bastards, Black Magic, Saga. Even this Marvel Legacy, like, it's at least I'm curious about it. You know what I mean? I'm not going into it being like, the Marvel Legacy. I'm going to be like, okay, let's see, like, amaze me. You know what I mean? So it's going to be, and then we have Detective Tim Drake's back. It's a good week.
I'm going into Marvel Legacy like this could be fucking awful.
Alex, speaking of good, is the weather going to be good, or how's it going to be?
You know, that weather's going to be pretty good. It's going to be some sunniness outside. Cool. You know what? It's fall. Leaves are falling. Surprise. Watch out for that Marvel. I believe there's going to be some shit in that rain that's coming down. DC's looking strong and sunny. Image, amazing, of course, like usual. Watch out for those turtles because they may not be showing up in their book, but you never know.
Garrett, how's the road to comic book?
Well, news is there's some midnight releases going on, so you might not have to go as fast, but I would still get there at a decent time using the traffic because there's great stuff, but hopefully it's not all picked over. You never know until you get there, so don't let your curiosity get the best of you. Get there. Figure it out.
If you are at a midnight release, good luck and get your issue. Have fun. I mean, that's if you're into it. Have fun. At least we have fun on those midnight releases. We just didn't feel like really like this one was for us. I mean, but I mean, and also obviously we got to do the show. We got to do it for you. We're doing this for you. We're just sacrificing our midnight release. So, you know, the forecast comes and goes, but comics are forever, right, Alex?
Of course.
I've been
paper.
I meant to say it. I've been Marvin.
I've been Alex.
I'm Garrett.
Everyone stay cool and keep reading those books.